Hello everyone, Stephen Vegliante. That's my daily update. Actually standing in my yard today. Again, trying to get outside, breathing some fresh air. I think it's important. Helps me clear my head, helps me get focused on what's important in my life and what's important for this town. So I encourage everyone to try and do the same thing. Be outside, be in the fresh air. I want to talk briefly about some numbers. We've been a little light on that in the last couple of days, but I think it's important that we kind of focus back on that. And I think part of the reason for that is I think it's there's some good numbers coming out. There is a flattening of this curve. There is less hospitalizations. There is slowing of positive cases. Those are all good things. But remember, the reason for that is we've all been doing the right thing ourselves. We've been practicing social distancing, following the protocols, and protecting each other and our friends, our family from this insidious, awful disease. But keep in mind, there's still 150,000 New Yorkers that have been tested positive for this virus, and 6,300 of them have unfortunately perished. Think about that. 6,300 people have perished. That's more than everyone that perished in 9/11. So that should be a sobering thought. And if we want to slow that rate and we want less people, want to be going to less funerals, we need to continue to follow these protocols and keep each other safe. That's the only way we can do it. Yesterday, we had to make the unfortunate decision of closing playgrounds in the town of Fallsburg. I know the county has had to close some of their parks, or all their parks really. We in Fallsburg have decided to try and do our best to keep our parks open, at least the exterior portions. Unfortunately, not the dog park, and unfortunately not our playgrounds, but the exterior portions of our parks, our rail trails, those are all remaining open at this point. And hopefully that'll continue throughout this, because it's a necessary safety valve for people. Getting outside is important. So we're going to do our best to do that, but we need you to do your part as well. It means no groups, maintain social distancing. If we can't, we're going to be forced to be in that same position that other municipalities have been in. We are not going to put our employees at unneeded risk. And if we can't do it safely, we're going to unfortunately have to close the parks, which we don't want to do. So you've done well so far. We're asking you to continue to do that. Be respectful, be responsible, follow social distancing guidelines, and we can hopefully keep our parks open. Today marks the beginning of Passover for our Jewish friends and family. It is interesting. It's an interesting year to celebrate Passover the way we're doing it. It's also the beginning of the Easter season, and this Sunday will be Easter Sunday. These two holidays are generally marked with communal meals. We're used to getting together. You've heard me say before, human beings are social animals. We're not meant to be alone. We're not meant to be sequestered in our houses. And especially in the holidays, we're used to having a communal meal and getting together and celebrating. We can't do that this year. It's unfortunate, it's sad, but we just can't. When you talk about Passover, and the general tenets of Passover is a celebration after many, many years and difficult toil. I think we can draw that same comparison to this year. If we all do what we're supposed to do and we support each other, and we're not, together this year, hopefully next year we can all be together and celebrate it differently. And that goes for Easter as well. The Easter holiday marks a resurrection. I think if we're all responsible and we can do our part, we can see our lives resurrect in a way. We can be back to celebrating together next year. So to all my Jewish neighbors, friends, family, I wish you a good and happy and healthy Pesach. To my Christian friends and family, I wish you a good and happy and joyous Easter. And I encourage you to use whatever methods you can to maintain communication with your friends and your family throughout this holiday. I know that sometimes that's not available to people during the holidays, but to the extent it is, and to the extent you can, try and keep contact with people. I think that's important, mostly because we're under a lot of stress, and we're under a lot of anxiety through this, and that's normal. That's a normal response to going through something like this. But if you're feeling an undue amount of that, if you're feeling despair and anxiety that you can't or you don't want to deal with on your own, I encourage you to reach out to your friends, reach out to your family, reach out to resources that are available. Go to the New York State website, go to the Department of Health website, go to the county website, go to our website, reach out to us here in the town of Fallsburg. We'll put you in touch with resources that are available. I will read a couple numbers again. The state mental health resource line is 844-863-9314. The community assistance program, if you need help getting food or medicine delivered to your house, or you want to volunteer in that effort, you can give the county number is 845-807-0925. My office number is 845-434-8810, extension 5. My direct email is svegliante, SVEGLIANTE, @fallsburgny.com. There are resources for you. We will do our best to get them to you if you need them. We are a community. We are a family in Fallsburg. We take care of our own. And right now that means following these protocols, remaining socially distant for the time being, and keeping this insidious virus from spreading any further than it has. It's nice to be outside, though. It is. And I encourage everyone to kind of get out and get out under the sun. It can do wonders for you. And one more thing. I want to thank all the emergency service workers. I want to thank all the hospital workers. I want to thank the people in essential businesses that are going to work each day, putting themselves at risk. I want to thank my police department, my town employees in every department that have to keep town operations going. You are the lifeblood of our community, all of you. We need you to stay safe, and we're going to do our part by staying home and not putting you at greater risk. And thank you during this holiday, because it's tough enough, and we know that you're under a lot of stress. So thank you all. I'll say I try to end this every day this way. We all have friends and family that are infirm, that are elderly, that should not be leaving the house to go get things. Wherever possible, reach out to them, see where you can help, while again maintaining social distancing. But let's keep them home and where they're safe. Be kind to each other. Be kind to people in your own house. That's the number one rule. You're going to be with them for a little while, but be kind. And we'll be through this as soon as we can. And I'll try and stay in touch with you as much as I can. You may get tired of hearing my voice, but that won't stop me. Stay well and be kind.